What up, people? This is Bunjo.
This is Mickey.
We are sitting here in the beautiful sun. It's like plus 26 today. Yeah, it's supposed to be winter here, but it's not so wintry, I don't think. Today's video is going to be about what it took to get me here and what I had to go through when I got here to get into the country. So where should we start it off? You got questions or what?
Like a journalist?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do? What papers do you need to get into Argentina right now in this pandemic situation?
Well, right now because of lockdown, I don't think it's possible at all because there's no planes coming. All the flights are canceled, right?
Exactly.
But before,
Unless...
but before, the day I came was the day before the lockdown started. So I got lucky, and I came here just in time. Because if I came on the Friday. If I would have came on the Saturday, they would have rejected me,
Yes,
and I wouldn't have been in the country. But before that, what did we have to do? We had to get witnesses. We had to sign affidavits.
Yes, I have to say one thing, that right now the international
Yeah, look at the camera.
International tourism is forbidden.
Yeah.
Only if you have a very good reason or you have a relationship with an Argentinian citizen like us.
Yes.
So
Yeah, like
first
us.
of all, I have to speak with the embassy and with everybody almost to know what are the requirements.
Yes.
So first of all, you need to prove that you have a relationship with
an Argentine.
Argentine, yes.
Yes.
In this case, it could be.
Or you could work, or you could play football. It says.
Yeah, or study.
Yeah, or like yeah, you have to be married, or in our case, having a baby.
Yes, exactly.
A real relationship, and I had to, on my end in Croatia, I had to do the same thing in Croatia to match the paperwork. But I'll tell you this: when I got to the border, they did not care about my Croatian papers. They only cared about the Argentine papers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I went to a notary.
Yeah.
And I did a sworn declaration that he was my boyfriend.
Yes.
And we are going to have a baby.
And we live together.
And we live together.
Yeah. And so basically she had to prove that we had history together. Meaning like it couldn't just be like how we had a baby last week, and you have to be living together, know each other for last year, you know, had prior relationship. It's not just a brand new thing, because I don't know if they would care, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you have a birth certificate that you are the father of an Argentinian or the son of Argentinian.
Yeah, like the baby's birth certificate.
Exactly.
She's talking about.
Exactly. So Joe have to do the same because we don't have that birth certificate yet.
Yeah.
And everything must be in English.
Yes.
And legalized.
Yeah, and legalized.
Legalized.
So you had to go to notary to get it notarized, then you have to go to the lawyer to get it legalized. Legalized and notarized are not the same thing. You have to do both.
Yeah, and
you need the apostille stamp.
Yes, and I also translate everything to English because I thought that will be better.
Yes.
So we spend in that like 15,000 pesos. And I also sent that papers to Joe.
Yes.
And that cost 8,000 pesos.
Yeah, so that was a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to get us here.
Yes.
And it still could have went south because at the border, at the border, they told me the guy at the border, he was like this cross-eyed guy that couldn't read, and he told me that I wasn't allowed in and I have to go to the other room because they're not going to let me in the country. And then this woman came, I guess she's like the boss, the head honcho at the border patrol, and she did all the paperwork, she read all the documents, she said everything was good. I just had to pay 9,000 pesos, and then I had to pay 2,500 pesos for the PCR test, and then they told me
Gracias.
we had to wait 20 minutes.
Baby, how do you feel after your PCR test?
My eyeballs tickled a little bit, but that's it. I'm crying.
Okay.
But everything is groovy, baby.
What do you think about the center, the test center?
It's okay. I don't understand why everybody's doing it by themselves, but they just want to see if they got it. Like, these guys don't have to do it, they're just doing it, right?
Yes.
To be safe?
Probably someone.
For a job.
Yeah, for the job, or probably how you say it, like a mom or
Oh yeah, and they have a parent or
relative,
something.
a relative of someone
Yes.
had COVID and they want to be sure that they are okay. We are doing this because there is a requirement for the government.
Yeah, and we have to do it to stay in the country.
Exactly. And we decided to do it in this test.
We got the pink house behind us.
We have the pink house behind us. But the good things, I think, is this is free.
Yeah,
you
it's
didn't
free.
have to pay anything.
If we pay, it costs 5,500 pesos. So that's 5,500 pesos, which is like $50.
Yes. So here in Argentina, even if you're a foreign,
Yeah, like
you
me.
can do it.
Even if you're Gringo Star.
Yes. I think probably.
And what did that girl say? She wanted to do what to my wiener?
Yes. One of the girls wanted to. She was flirting
Call
with
me.
you.
Yes, she said, call me. She
Call
want-
me. She said, I want to go with to Croatia with you.
And I said, you want to quarantine with me for a week?
Baby.
She says I'm allowed.
So
No.
we're very happy because we didn't have to get online.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Get in line,
Get in wait in line.
wait in line. Yes.
Because they're pregnant too.
Probably it's because I'm pregnant, so I came. I came
But
close.
we would have had to wait in line.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm sorry. Can
If
you
she
help
wasn't
me?
here-
And she said, yeah, come here.
If she wasn't here, it would have been hard for me because the English.
Yes.
No
Nobody.
English, no.
So now we are waiting. Waiting.
Yes,
the result.
waiting.
In 20 minutes, they give you the result.
Yeah, 20 minutes. That's a rapido.
Yes, but it's a PCR test.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes.
It's what we need.
And hopefully I'm negative.
Of course you're negative.
Of
baby.
course I'm negative. The only thing I'm positive is HIV.
Okay, so
Yeah.
goodbye.
Thank you. Our test, which is either free, or if I don't want to wait in line, I have to pay 5,500 pesos, which is $50 almost. So we're gonna choose the free one and wait in line.
Yes, we will.
And
try to do that.
and then for Kraken, I had to actually pay, what was it, 1,000 pesos I think, for Kraken to get it. And they took all my paperwork at the border, which is kind of weird because it took the papers that show Kraken is my pet and he's from Canada. So I don't know if we're gonna get screwed over with that in the future. We will find out. But he has a microchip, so everything should be good. He is Thisisbunjo, and that's a fact.
Okay, so you need the sworn declaration or the birth certificate.
Yeah.
You need an invitation letter where the Argentinian person explain why you need to get into the country. So you need a purpose, you need a good reason to get into.
Yes.
In this case was because our kid is going to
Yes.
get birth.
No, to be born, yeah.
Be born,
Birth
okay.
of our child.
Perfect. You need a ticket, to return a ticket to your own country.
Yes, health insurance.
Yes, health insurance. You also have to do a PCR test before go to the plane.
24 hours.
24 hours.
Within 24 hours
Yes.
before your flight, yes.
Yes, and also an electronic declaration where you say that
You tell the police.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are you going to stay? Where are you going to do the quarantine and everything?
And you have to have enough money to stay in here too.
Yes, and that's all. As he said,
And as-
paid for
And as a
fee.
Canadian, you have up to 3 months to stay without a visa, and then you got to work on that later.
Yes.
Yes.
We will explain what
Yeah.
to do to
Yeah,
keep
after.
Bunjo
Yeah,
here.
to keep Bunjo and
Yes, and I also recommend to download the app Cuidar because
yeah.
it's
We will put it up on the screen right here.
yes, app Cuidar, and also the app of your airline. That is very good. So you can do the check-ins and
Yeah, so everything's
everything.
easy peasy.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad,
Yeah.
if we have to say it now that you're
Yeah.
here, but it's complicated.
And it's stressful a little bit during the time because you're thinking too much. Oh, are they gonna accept me? Are they gonna reject me? You know?
Exactly.
Yes. So what do you think about that? You think it was easy? You think anybody can do it, or not anybody? Clearly not anybody, because you have to have a relationship.
Yeah.
you could
if
al-
you have the papers, there is no reason that they say
But if you
no.
know, like my advice to some people that want to come here without a relationship, if you know a local here, I'm sure you can just get papers to sign and pay for the lawyer to be like, I'm in a relationship with that person, and they can't really say anything, even if it's, you guys know it's fake, but you know, you can still do that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you need to have a very good reason. Tourists right now is not a good reason.
Yeah, I guess you have to be married, yeah. So you'd have to be married to that person, you know, or having a baby, which is, you have to prove you're having a baby too.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope everything was very clear to
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, this was just an informative video, something a little different. Hopefully you guys like it. Click like, subscribe and share and all that.
And we hope this helped you to get into Argentina.
And turn on the subtitles, because they'll also be in Spanish and English. So when somebody speaks Spanish and somebody speaks English, the subtitles will be on the bottom of the screen for everybody to read, so everybody can join in.
Yes. Okay.
Yay! Adios, amigos.
Adios,
from
amigos.
Cordoba. This is the Bunjo Show. This is not your show. I traded the 905 for G-O-O-O. This is Bunjo Show.